meine Freunde, hier ist wieder euer Creme und wir sind zurück in einem neuen Let's Play, Leute. Ein Herzensprojekt. Ich liebe dieses Spiel, es ist unglaublich gut. What Remains of Edith Finch. Und wir starten einfach mal rein, Leute. Gucken uns hier ein bisschen um, kommen hier gleich auf unserer Insel an und dürfen eine wunderschöne, aber auch todtraurige Story erleben, Leute. Und ich freue mich, dass ihr dabei seid. Kann ich aufstehen, kann ich was machen? Ja, ich kann zoomen. Und ich glaube, ich werde selten so leise sein wie in diesem Let's Play, Leute.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
So, Leute, da sind wir auf der Insel und dürfen eine wunderschöne Geschichte erleben. In eins der coolsten Häuser, die es, glaube ich, in Videospielen überhaupt gibt, Leute.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Ich werde immer kurz vor diesen Schriften stehen bleiben, dass ihr auch genug Zeit habt, die zu lesen, Leute. Wenn es euch trotzdem zu schnell
My
geht,
mother left me a key, but didn't
macht
tell me
einfach
what it
Pause.
unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Ist das nicht eine coole Bude, Leute? Muss ich immer an den
The house
Fuchsbau
was
denken.
exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Aus Harry Potter, Leute.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Ja, Leute, wie gesagt, ich werde hier sehr, sehr still sein, damit ihr auch wirklich diese Perle genießen könnt, Leute. Wenn ihr das noch nicht gespielt habt, dann macht es. Dauert nicht lange. 4, 5 Stunden seid ihr durch. Und es ist, ich finde, eines der grandiosesten Spiele überhaupt. Im Endeffekt nur ein Walking Simulator, der aber so viele Kniffe hat, die einfach unglaublich sind. Und so eine schöne Atmosphäre.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Only one restaurant would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot. After Louis started working at the cannery, we all got pretty sick of salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Das kann ich nachvollziehen. In loving memory, Louis Finch, Dezember 27.88 bis 2010. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great-grandson of Edie, memorial service, Finch family cemetery. Edith, Edie, Dawn und Louis. So Leute, wie gesagt, es ist so ein bisschen sehr Walking Simulator lastig, aber lasst euch jetzt davon nicht abschrecken. Es ist wirklich eines der besten
My mom
Spiele.
wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Die ich jemals gespielt habe, Leute. Missing, Milton, Finch.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Wie cool ist bitte dieses Zimmer?
Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Maybe. Ah. 20,000 leagues
Turns
under
out,
the sea.
my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seeds. Off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, and I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop it, but also I didn't.
Belly will rust you, belly will rust you, belly will rust you, razor.
Passenger, I was still hungry. To cross the water, I smelled something new, something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. all my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Molly. Leute, kann man da kurz mal lesen, von wann? 1937 bis 47, die Kleine ist nur 10 Jahre alt geworden. Also ich interpretiere das ein bisschen, also so, dass die halt wahrscheinlich beim Spielen vom Baum gefallen ist, war ein Kind mit sehr viel Fantasie, die, in deren Kopf ist viel passiert und hat halt leider irgendwann diesen tödlichen Unfall mit 10 Jahren gehabt und ist deswegen nicht mehr unter uns. Die erste aus der Finch-Familie. Zumindest die, die wir kennenlernen werden, Leute.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Und Leute, an diesem Punkt werden wir für heute aufhören. Man sieht ja schon, ich habe es ja schon mal durchgezockt und alles freigeschalten. Man sieht hier ganz viele Namen, die wir alle noch kennenlernen werden, Leute. Ziemlich trauriges Spiel, wie gesagt, es geht um Tod. Es geht um dieses, wie verarbeitet man das, wie geht es den Leuten, die sich damit beschäftigen müssen, denen das zustößt, die Leute verloren haben. Super interessantes Spiel, es ist wirklich wunderbar. Ich empfehle es nur, das sind immer ganz kleine Minigames. Also auch hier gerade mit dem Hai und so mit der Eule, das habe ich alles selber gesteuert. Ja, das war jetzt nicht irgendwie eine Cinematic oder so. Und ich kann es euch nur empfehlen, Leute. Zieht euch das mal rein. Ich würde mich sehr freuen, wenn ihr auch beim nächsten Mal wieder dabei wärt, wenn es wieder heißt What Remains of Edith Finch. Und in diesem Sinne, ciao, tschüss. Euer Creme.